What's up, everybody? It's Khuli Chana, the Motswako originator, and I'm here to answer a few questions from Zkhiphani. So yeah, Zkhiphani. All right. Number one, what was the defining moment that made you realize hip-hop was your calling? Whoa. The moment for me was high school, auditorium packed, bunch of kids with their hands in the air. I don't even remember my verse, but I just remember shaking up an auditorium in high school, and I knew, this tool is powerful, and I've got to do something about it, or with it. Yeah. Number two, who were the key influences, mentors, artists, family, or life experiences that shaped both your sound and your perspective in the early stages of your career? It's a lot of people. My neighbor, El Skills lately, his big brother, Aldrin Mokhotsi, and Erwin, that's where I get my musical influence. Prof, who is the pioneer of Motswako, a member of Buffy Tile. These are the guys that gave you the original jingle, the YFM jingle, Yona Ke Yona. That tagline comes from these dudes. And when I was a kid, he used to bring me tapes from the Y Rap Activity Jam. And, he had a great influence, musically and just, growing up as a teen, all the game that he gave me, my uncle, PD, my mom, who was so instrumental in, just watering the talent and pouring in and just nudging me in this direction to be, myself or to harness the talents, Yeah, man, and Morafi. Mulimi, Mutlapile Morule, Lerotodi, Moahi, Cageism. These guys shaped my, my art form and my life. Yeah. Your sound has evolved from Motswako originator to Planet of the Have-Nots to Khuli Chana. Yo! Yeah, what a shift. How do you stay creatively fresh while maintaining the core identity of your artistry? Damn, that's all. I would say my goal has always been to just leave a mark in every era of music, or just being the zeitgeist, and reinventing myself, in every era of music. As a music icon, not just in hip hop, how do you want to be remembered? I want to be remembered as the guy who paid it forward, as the guy who did it for the next generation, and I guess time will tell, Yeah, and that's what it's truly about, pay it forward and multiply. Hip-hop is known for its storytelling, but also for helping us figure out life. How do you approach storytelling in your music? Is there a particular track or story you're especially proud of sharing? I would say what I got from hip-hop is this entrepreneurial spirit. Listening to a lot of Jay-Z really shaped my thinking. It really, it jacked up my hustling spirit. I learned a lot from listening to Jay-Z and how I even, cut the deals, and in just being super ambitious. So, I thank hip hop for that. Looking back on your decade-long journey, what do you know that you wish for? What do you know now that you wished you know when you first started? And where do you see yourself and hip hop heading in the next 5 to 10 years? Coming in, I wish I knew that it was a business from the get-go, you know? Had I known that from the get-go, I'd probably be a billionaire by now. 5 to 15 years from now, more entrepreneurs. Somebody will definitely be in parliament. I can see that happening. You know, taking over globally. I mean, that, you know, we are in our baby steps right now, and I think in 5 to 15 years, I'd say our identity will not be questionable. You know, as a movement. Hey, we got some questions from Madlera. The nerve. Okay, let's see what we got. You used to be a gymnast. I knew he was gonna snitch somehow. You used to be a gymnast. Can you still do backflips? If so, can we see? No, there'll be no flipping at Mouthtown Heights. Yeah, man, you know, so I was a gymnast in my teens, and I think from when I was about 10 to my teens, yeah, you know, and that's where I get my, you know, unorthodox, unconventional. I mean, I think I took the flipping from the tumble strip, you know, to the beats, you know, but there'll be no flipping at Mouthtown Heights. Forget about that. Khuli Chana is such an iconic name. How did the name come about? We all know your name is Khulani Morule, but where does the Chana come from? Chana comes from, this dude better not come looking for some bags, or, you know, because this dude was the drunk, you know, guy in the neighborhood at the corner store. He used to call me by a bunch of names. And one day he called me Khuli Chana, and that stuck with me. I used it in a rhyme, and I thought it sounded luxurious. It sounded, you know, legendary, iconic, and that stuck with me. And that's how the name came about. Third question from Madlera. We've heard about your joint album with I didn't even know we could talk about that. We've heard about your joint album with Madlera, Favela Lavish. Can you tell us what the title means? And outside of the album, what is Favela Lavish as a property? Damn. Yeah, we need to take this to the boardroom, you know, to the boardroom. You know, Favela Lavish, inspired by Tukelo, you know, and this is how he best described my combo with Madlera, you know? I'm lavish, he's favela, you know? So it's like ghetto fabulous, you know? It's a very powerful combination, you know? And you know, that's been his vision, you know? And that was at a time I couldn't even imagine it. And you know, he spoke it into existence, you know? And we've been cooking up, and I just can't wait for us to wrap up, you know? I just didn't know it was time to let them know. So, yeah, now let's make it a reality. Yo, Zkhiphani, thank you, man. 15 years of Zkhiphani. Thank you for shining a light on my career, right? And thank you for the time. Ra, we out. It's dope.